Good morning, Suzanne Joy.
Good morning, Deborah Leanne.
So tell me about this gene key we're talking about today.
So today we are talking about Gene Key 23. This is a book written by Richard Rudd, and we're talking about various different states of consciousness. And today is all about the alchemy of simplicity. And when we're talking about the human state of this key, of this part in consciousness, it's very complex. It's about complexity. But out of complexity grows simplicity. And then the Siddhic state, or the highest essence, is quintessence. So,
Which
yeah.
I can't wait to get into, because now that I know what it means, I'm like, oh yeah. So let's talk about complexity, because I was thinking this morning before I jumped on my phone, which I am loath to do these days, that I wanted to do something for me. I wanted to, before I got into the complexity of the world or looked at the messages or who needed me or whatever, because I mean, what do I need to do before 6 o'clock in the morning? So I was like, that can wait. And I went into my little, I'm cleaning out my morning room or my meditation room. And I just sat there and I looked at the sunrise, and I thought, this is what I want. This simplicity. I don't even want to put anything in there right now. I'm like, really, I want to just keep it clean and empty. And I'm going to have roofers coming through and going up through the roof there. And so it's like, just keep it simple for another few weeks until it really comes into a vision for me. But anyway, I was laughing because I was like, oh yeah, we're already in this gene key of simple. Chaos and complexity is so what I think, addicted to, because it kept me, it kept my
Keeps you
mind safe.
busy.
It was like brain candy, and it's not just uh feeding that need for more intellect, more knowledge, more, oh, what's the news, what's the weather going to be, who cares? I mean, so except we are having a lot of tornadoes and stuff, but the sirens go off for that. So how can we simplify? How can we get up and enjoy our day by really noticing a clean slate? Before I came in my office, which is a complete disaster, but how do we stay, or how can we flip from that thing, that shadow of complexity, which we all live in? Our world is complex. How do you make that switch? Do you know how you?
Well, I've done it by the art of slowing down.
Ding
And
it.
it takes that. I mean, we live in a society where we think more is better, and we make life more difficult for ourselves
Oh,
just by
absolutely.
just by juggling as many possible things in the air. But if we really get clear about what is the most essential, a lot of that stuff seems superfluous, and
Absolutely.
it seems like, okay, why bother? So when we get into that, really it is about getting clear about how we want our lives to be and how we want to design them. And when we block out everything else, and each person is different. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody, don't follow somebody else's dream, follow yours.
Yeah. I mean,
you
that
know
whole thing about, it does this bring me joy? Thank you, Marie Kondo.
yeah.
I mean, there are some things that other people would find pure junk, but it brings me joy. But there's
Right.
other things that, and this is where living in partnership, right? Where somebody else thinks, oh, this is essential. And I'm like, I'm sure about that. So how do we play there in terms of, years ago, man, close to 30 years ago, I think my mother gave me the book that was written by Sarah Ban Breathnock, and it was Simple Abundance. Do you remember that?
Mm.
And it was a day book where each day there was a like either a historical significance or a pagan you know myth or a reason why on February 1st it was Candlemas and why people lit candles and what could we do today to simplify our lives. So every day was about simple joy that you could create, which made you feel abundant without the stuff. And in the process, it was in this simplification, but noticing how amazingly beautiful and bountiful the world is. I was like shedding, literally shedding and getting rid of. And I loved that time in my life because I lived that way. I read that book for several years in a row. I would just pick it up again and go, oh, it's March 1st. It's time to do this, and those themes, those seasonal themes, I can feel them now in my body.
Mm.
So and spring cleaning is important to me. It's
Yeah.
about how do I have to clean the garden out so I can put the tomato plants and the peppers in? I need to, before I put these seeds, these flower seeds, where am I going to put them? I have to make space. So what's the non-essential? So to me, it's almost like I have to be I don't want to get to the place of overwhelm. I want to get to a place where it's creativity that is creating that impulse to simplify, like the desire to make something new, which means what's it going to, where is it going to go?
Right. So you got to clean the slate. The other thing about this particular key, it's related, and I'm going to kind of shift gears a little bit. It's related to the throat and the voice.
Okay.
And when folks have this in their key, there's at the shadow frequency, two things might happen. One, you may be overwhelmed by other people and don't use your voice at all. So the repressed nature is dumb. Not that it's not intellect. Yeah, it's not intellect. It's like you shut down your own voice. It's you kind of fear what others might think, and so you repress your voice.
Mm.
So they don't really share what they think. And then when we jump over into the reactive nature, it is the opposite town because there's so much anger stored up in there because they don't feel as though they're expressing all of themselves, that they speak.
Is it a
And so
lot of words, or is it the tone of the words, or is it the speed of the word?
Yeah, they typically, it's almost like a misfiring because they can't stop talking, or they say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I've been so guilty of this in my life.
Remember that open mouth, insert foot?
Oh,
well, people used to describe me that way. And I was like, oh, that's horrible.
And I definitely have been to both sides of this coin. Mm-hmm. Like I've muted a lot of my voice through the years. And so being, and we talk about simplifying now. Okay. So distilling into silence, because the only thing you can really do is understand yourself and listen to yourself. And so as you listen to yourself, you can distinguish when it's right to speak something. So it's the art of slowing down enough to take in, what scene are you in? Presence yourself and know when it's right to speak something that feels in alignment to the conversation or what have you. Does that make sense?
It does. I was at a public community dialogue group, and one of the guidelines that we agreed to was, the facilitator said, so he puts these letters up here, and I forget, W-A whatever, and it was, why am I talking? Or why am I not talking? And in both of those cases, he asked us to think or feel into, is it time for me to add this? Is this going to be supportive? Am I speaking just because I want to hear my own voice? Or am I speaking because this is something that's critical? Or am I not talking because she's smarter than I am and I don't have anything to say? You know, that kind of stuff versus, no, this is, so why am I talking? And why am I not talking? And I go, can I borrow that? That's cool. So
No, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
When I was listening to Richard in the 64 ways, one of the things that he talks about is when you have the art of slowing down, the great thing that you can do is use your hands. So you can putter with your hands, meaning like you can clean out things. You can, these are tools, of course, clean out things when you're doing art. You're using your hands. So it's another form of communication, right? Mm-hmm. So it's not just communicating with your voice. This is also your voice. And so you're creating beauty with your hands.
Right.
And so it helps you recognize how simple life can be and what joy you can bring to yourself in those moments. So you're not having to fight life. You're just living life, cleaning the dishes.
I love that.
Being present.
Weeding the garden.
Yes.
And I think the one thing that I want to add to the simplicity thing is it feels spacious. And that has been my word this last month, about spaciousness. And it's not just physical space, even though that is going on in my cleaning out of my house, but it's where is there space in me to even allow that? And the other thing is spaciousness on our calendars, not having, and I said this to my partner recently, I said, I need space where there's nothing planned.
Oh my gosh, that's so important. I know for me, I have very rarely planned agendas right now. Mm-hmm. Just for that reason. So I can let spontaneity, I can let my sacral light up, and I follow where I need to go when I need to be there. And if I had it all booked up, I wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah. Now, was that true for me all the time? No. I had a very regimented calendar. But I recognized that for my body and for me, having that space created more space and it has allowed me to flourish. Yeah. And so, yeah, it's a powerful experience in being things in that way, because then it's like hitting the easy button, because I'm allowing my life to live and flow through me, as opposed to boxing and compartmentalizing my life.
Yeah. And it's, if you slow down, you get a chance to feel the flow of life through you, through me. And so when I do that, it is, oh, this is what I want to do. I can't hear it if I'm too busy doing so much all the time, doing things that are full of on my agenda. It's not that doing is anything wrong with that, because we talked about the importance of using our hands to move from complexity into simplicity, but it's the type of doing.
And this key, it equates to playfulness, because you're not up in your seriousness.
So the partner, what's the programming partner?
The programming partner, I believe, is the 43rd, which is also in my.
Because so you've got this shows up in your profile as one of the things you're primarily working with. And yes. Then and so the programming partner is, what's 43?
It's the deafness to epiphany through insight.
Because we have to slow down and listen and simplify before we can hear our voices, our wisdom. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Okay. I can see how each of these play together, and I so appreciate that. And I'm so glad that you brought forth about the throat,
Yeah.
Now can we talk about the acidic state?
Yes. So once we keep it simple, the quintessence. This is where true alchemy kind of takes place.
Mm-hmm.
So folks that
Let's define quintessence, shall we?
quintessence.
Yeah. So the fifth quint is five in Latin,
Mhm.
the Latin languages, and essence. So it's the fifth element. So we talk about fire, water, earth, and air, but we don't talk about the ether, the essence, the energy that we are. And that's we are the fifth element, or our soul or spirit is, or whatever. So yeah. So that gets me like all juicy. And so as soon as I hear as soon as now that I know how he's defining quintessence, I always felt like it was, you know,
Mm-mm.
in the cosmos or something. I'm like, this is in my cells, this is in me, this is in us. So that just lends a whole different simplicity to it, I guess you might want to call.
Right, because it is who we are. And
Yeah.
we're getting back to remembering who we truly are. And
Simplicity magnified.
amen. Hello. What did you?
So can I do the acidic state too, since that is
Yes, yes.
so the acidic state is you take your hands and you put all four fingers, because it's five, right? And touch your thumb. And you just hold that and you
Hmm.
imagine this essence in each cell in your body.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. I mean, this key is really expressing to you to remember who you are. And there is no external teacher or master. You are you, your own innate wisdom.
I love, love, love that because it just feels so yummy.
This is like, oh, it's so delicious.
I know. Well,
So good.
and
It's
life is so delicious. Why don't we? We're going back to a Godfather movie with really bad Italian language or accents.
so
Okay, so um, so let's yeah. So tell me a little bit more about quintessence according to Richard Rudd.
okay. So it's very mystical. We are in this space of really being in a state of wonder and awe and allowing life to be a mystery, not having to know, like it's like being okay with the unknown and like having it revealed in its own unique time. And so it is just being in that state of wonder. And I remember when I was teaching myself, oh, Susanne, just be amazed at this. And so I would just like simplify my life
Be
and be
amazed.
like, oh, I'm like, how simple that is. I love it. And then I would just be like, wow, that really is happening. And I think that it kind of dovetails into some innocence too, because it's like you don't when you've been like, oh yeah, I know that already. That's just like, of course, you
No,
know.
or somebody says,
But
"Oh,
we don't
so why do
know.
you watch the sunrise?" And I'm like, because it's like the most amazing art show of the day.
Right, exactly. So what is really amazing about being in this mystical state is the alchemical reaction that can take place in our cells, and it's restructuring our mental chatter when you come in alignment with somebody that has this acidic state, because it's like, oh, I then remember who I am.
Yeah, because
You know.
we have that mirror, those mirror neurotransmitters that are
Yeah.
constantly bouncing off of each other, and we don't realize how much energy, how much power we have.
And remember, it's the fifth element, so it's happening in the ether world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yummy. And these folks travel a path that, others have not traveled yet. So that's what I keep doing. We're just making this up as we go. All right. I've got some colors here, this deck of roses. And so what do you feel like having?
I want the one that's kind of like that one. Your finger just touched it. That one.
All right. This is from the card deck, Work with Your Light Oracle cards written by Rebecca Campbell. And today is Star Mother. Ooh, Star Mother. I don't know if I can.
That's beautiful. What number is it?
The Star Mother is, it doesn't have a number. It's called, oh, it's just so sweet. I feel like Mother Mary energy is in it.
Well, she's got the blue robe like Mother Mary always has.
Yeah. So this is the contemplation for this week. How can you mother yourself? And you are held more, you are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly. If you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry, or fear. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all your worries, regrets, shame, and guilt on her altar. And please, 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 sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. And if you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love all away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind, and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are, and remind yourself that you are doing your best, and try not to carry it all on your own. You've got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my sweet, dear child of the earth. How are you able to mother yourself this week?
Play with receptivity. Because very often we get where we push away, and the mothering is typically something that a child just like soaks it up, and that's what I want to be, where I'm not so resistant to, oh, that's too much, I don't have, because that just is adding to the complexity that I don't want to feel. Right. But the receptivity, the remembering, the innocence, the playfulness, the keeping my hands busy, those are my big takeaways.
Juicy stuff.
So thank you all for being here. And
thank
we
you.
enjoyed being with you at the New Moon Circle. We're going to continue to do those. And so appreciate each and every one of you.
Till next time.
Take care.